All right, listen up. What we're about to go through is a recently declassified dossier on one of the most effective and, yeah, most elusive Black Ops teams out there. This isn't your standard briefing. Think of this as an eyes-only look into a group known by just one single quiet name.
First things first, their name. You'll notice it's always lowercase. It's never used on comms, never with outsiders. See, this isn't just some call sign. It's a core truth for them. It's the principle that defines their every single move. And it's spoken with this quiet reverence, because to them, it's everything.
And this quote right here, this is the heart of it all. It's the central mystery and, really, the entire point of this explainer. We are going to unpack exactly what these words mean, where they came from, and how they turned a group of stone-cold contractors into something truly unbreakable. To really get them, you have to start with their doctrine, this unwritten code that sets them so far apart from every other mercenary crew on the planet. This is the foundation of their whole philosophy. This slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? Most Black Ops teams, they're temporary. They're motivated by a paycheck. The members are assets, just tools to be used up and thrown away. But the family? They're playing a totally different game. Their motivation is loyalty. They've been around for over a decade because their bond isn't about a contract, and every single member is seen as irreplaceable. They have this unwritten code, but one rule just blows all the others out of the water. Protect the family first, the mission second. Now, in the world of special operations, that's basically heresy. It's also the single most important thing you need to understand about them. So where did such a radical idea even come from? To understand that doctrine, we have to go back to the beginning, the Newark warehouse raid. This was not just another mission. This was a foundational trauma. This is the night their entire philosophy was forged in blood, chaos, and loss. So let's meet the players. These are the key players who were there from the jump. You've got Claudia, the boss lady, running the whole show, all the way down to a 19-year-old baby Luke on comms. This raid was the very first time this exact group worked together, and that includes 2 hired contractors for perimeter security. Now you're going to want to remember those 2. The timeline shows how fast a clean mission can go sideways. This was an off-the-books ought to rescue 3 girls from an iron pipeline trafficking ring. Infiltration was smooth, but just 2 minutes before midnight, contact. An alarm gets tripped, and the entire warehouse just explodes into a firefight. In the chaos that followed, they neutralized 14 hostiles, a clinical, brutal number. But it came at a price. Remember those 2 hired contractors, Razor and Deacon? They were both killed in the crossfire. And the whole point of the mission? 3 underage girls successfully rescued and pulled out of their cages. I mean, just picture it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, they're at a safe house. Everyone's sitting around a table, bloodied, exhausted, totally silent. The weight of what just happened is just hanging in the air. And that's when Chad Kilos finally breaks the silence with these words, and, well, he just nails it. And Claudia's quiet response sealed the deal. This wasn't a debate, it wasn't a vote, it was just an acceptance of a new reality. In that one moment, they stopped being a bunch of contractors for hire and became something permanent, something unbreakable. But see, this new bond, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. It was built on a foundation that was already there. Right at the very heart of the family is this central relationship, a leadership core that's the team's bedrock. It's the source of all their stability and strength. Let's not beat around the bush here. The dossier is blunt about it, and so will I be. Claudia and Rex are in love, profoundly. But in over 20 years, they have never, ever said those words to each other. It's not about being vulnerable, it's about discipline. In their world, saying it out loud is like painting a giant target on the one thing that could actually break them. The whole team knows, but it's just never spoken of. And that unspoken bond, well, it led to an equally unspoken plan for what comes next. After a very close call on a rooftop in Marrakesh, they made a top-secret succession pact, something to make sure the family would outlast them. They call it the 60 rule, and the steps are simple and absolute. The day Claudia turns 60, the pact kicks in. She and Rex walk away. Together, completely retired. The whole operation, all assets, the entire network, it all transfers to Chad and Leyla Kilos. They're the only 2 they trust to carry on the legacy. And then Claudia and Rex just disappear. For good.
It's a promise they sealed not with a kiss, but with a simple handshake at sunrise.
So how do you keep a promise like that alive for years, especially in their line of work? With an annual ritual. Every single year on the anniversary of that pact, Claudia sends a single encrypted text. It's just a simple countdown, a countdown to retirement, to freedom.
And Rex's reply is always the same. 2 words: copy, still breathing. And that's all they need. It reaffirms the promise and confirms they're both still alive to see it through. No more discussion is ever necessary.
So this all brings us back to where we started, right? To the big question. Why has this team lasted for over a decade in a world where loyalty is just another thing you can buy and sell? Well, the briefing wraps it all up by getting to the fundamental reason.
The core truth is actually pretty simple. Their bond goes way beyond any contract. They're not motivated by money or by orders. They work for each other, and you know what? Only for each other. No one on this team is a disposable tool. Each person is seen as fundamental, as irreplaceable. Losing one of them isn't some acceptable loss. It's a tragedy that hits the entire unit hard.
And that's where we end it, right back where we began. They endure because of this one single powerful idea. It's not just a name, it's their operational directive, their moral compass, and their absolute reason for survival. In a world of ghosts and killers for hire, what makes them so dangerous isn't just their skill, it's their love. And that leaves you with one last thought. What happens when a force like that is finally free?